Hello my loves, my name is Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a spin on the Vogue Beauty Secrets series, but today I decided to do my own version on my own channel just to manifest my own Vogue Beauty Secrets one day. I am in New York City for some work, for some brand events, for some meetings, and I'm in the most beautiful hotel. I'm staying in the Conrad downtown. This hotel is amazing. It has a movie theater attached. Girl. I do have some meetings to get to today, so I had to get ready, so let's get ready together while I spill some beauty secrets. Okay, first we're gonna start with skincare. My skin is so dry right now because I just washed it. I have my little travel bag of skincare here. I always love to start with some sort of facial mist when doing my makeup. I love the Tower 28 spray. This one can be used, I know, over or under makeup, but I don't use it as like a makeup spray. I use it like as skincare. I don't know if that makes sense. So today I'm gonna be using the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Skin Soothing Hydration Mist. I love how fine this mist is, and I love the hydration that it gives to my skin. And now I'm gonna go in with my other products. I always love to use some sort of milky toner. These are the best during the colder months. I have the ILIA base face milk and also the Laneige cream skin toner. I'm gonna use the ILIA today. I know this one was formulated to be used before makeup as well, so it's like this really beautiful thick toner. I'm just going to massage this into the skin. Like, my skin feels so good with that on. Next, I'm gonna go in with my moisturizer. I have the Rhode Barrier Butter. This is a really thick, hydrating moisturizer. I love using this at nighttime or if I'm not wearing any makeup, but I find that when I do wear makeup, you just have to use a little bit. It's very hydrating, and I have oily skin already, so if I want to use this before makeup, I'm only using a small amount. But today, I'm gonna be using the Youth to the People Superfood Moisture Cream. This is a beautiful whipped cream that is very moisturizing on the skin, and it's also very lightweight. I know a lot of people like the Youth to the People Superfood Cleanser. I also really like that one, but I feel like people do not talk about the moisture cream as much, and it is a stunning cream. Beautiful. Next, I'm gonna apply my eye cream. This is the Fenty Skin Eye Cream. I just got this. I was in the market looking for a new eye cream because I had one that I was using and it was cool, but I didn't feel like it was doing much. And I've heard a lot of good things about this Fenty Skin one, and I have other Fenty Skin products that I really love. A lot of people don't know this, but you should be applying your eye cream on your entire orbital bone. So that means, of course, under the eye, but it can be literally all the way out here. Like I said, your entire orbital bone, and then also that includes on your eyelids as well. You can feel the bone around your eye. That's where you should be applying. But of course, use a gentle hand. You don't want to tug and pull and press too much. As a final step, I always use SPF, even in the winter time. This is the Glow Recipe SPF stick. This has SPF 45, and I love this one because you can easily just swipe it onto your face and you don't have to worry about rubbing it in. It goes on clear. I love using this on no makeup days as well because it's also really easy to reapply if you don't have any makeup on. And then you can just leave it like this, but I just like to massage it in a little bit more. And now we have stunning hydrated glass skin before we go in for our makeup. Okay, I have just finished my brows. Let's get into our makeup. So for my mattifying primer today, I do have oily skin, like I said, and even though it's cold out, we still want to keep our skin hydrated by doing our skincare, but I still do want to prevent any excess oils from coming through. Today I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. This is one of my favorite mattifying primers. I do also have my One Size Oil Sucker, but again, I don't feel like it's completely necessary right now. This one is not as strong as the One Size, and I don't think I need something as strong as the One Size right now. So I'm gonna apply this to all the areas that I get the most oily. So for me, first, that definitely is my forehead and my nose, my T-zone area. And I do tend to get oily kind of in the center of my face here, which I don't love. So I'm going to apply some of the serum there as well. So we are going to let that dry, and while that is drying, I am going to apply some of my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I guess this is one of my first beauty secrets, but I always apply, especially if I have somewhere to be, I always apply eyeshadow primer to my smile lines because I'm a smiley girl, I'm a giggly girl, I like to laugh and smile, and I don't want my makeup to crease just because I like to laugh and smile. So applying eyeshadow primer to my smile lines really helps. And before I apply any makeup, I always make sure to set that eyeshadow primer with powder. This is the Huda Beauty powder in the shade Banana Bread. This is the little travel size. I'm just gonna use the little puff that it came with. I'm just gonna use that right over my smile lines. And then I'm just using this little powder brush to press it in further. I always color correct my skin before I apply any makeup. This is to make sure I have a smooth and even canvas, because I don't like when you can see my darkness or hyperpigmentation. Not my darkness, ja. I love my darkness. I love my darkness, but you know what I mean. My hyperpigmentation through my makeup. So I'm gonna apply this to my under eyes because I do have some slight dark circles there. And then I'm also gonna apply some above my lip and around my mouth, including the chin. I also like to use my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This is in the shade Dark 2 Cacao. And I'm using a flat concealer brush, and I'm just gonna use it to cover up any dark spots I may have. The reason I like to use this instead of a color corrector over these spots is because color corrector is meant to be blended in, whereas this I'm not going to blend it in, so I know that I'm going to maintain the coverage over those dark spots. Using a Morphe M131, I'm just going to blend this out. I love this brush for color corrector, and as you can see, the orange pigment from that color corrector covered up any hyperpigmentation that I have. By the way, I did just take my robe off because I was starting to get a little bit warm. Now for my foundation base, I'm going to actually use the Danessa Myricks Beauty Blurring Balm powder. This is in the shade 9.5. I have hit pan on this officially. I absolutely love this product, especially for the daytime. I'm going to use my Morphe M103 brush because of the formula. It has the most beautiful, stunning formula. It is a balm to powder, and it is perfect if you have oily skin like I do or combo skin, but really it can be used for any skin type. It has the perfect amount of coverage as well. It's not super heavy or thick at all. It's extremely lightweight, and it covers up any imperfections and it evens out your skin tone. And you can wear it very sheer, or you can also wear it to have more coverage like I like to. Another thing I also love about this product is that it does control your oils, and it prevents excess sebum from coming through your makeup. Gotta cover up this edge, child. We don't want makeup in our edges. As you can see, complexion is beautiful and stunning. I really love the finish that it has and that it gives to my skin. And like I said, I love that it helps to control my oils as well. Danessa, you did what needs to be done. You did what needs to be done with this product. It's one of my favorite complexion products of all time. Of all time. Next, I'm gonna go in with my cream bronzer slash contour. I'm going to use the NYX Wonder Stick in the shade Deep Rich. Y'all saw me use this in my full face of makeup under $20, and I have been reaching for this product ever since. I'm gonna apply it just to the highest points of my cheekbones, and then of course also on my forehead as well. This product is so creamy, and then to my jaw as well. Of course, we always want some definition in the cheek, but for a daytime glam, I don't want to be too sculpted because it's daytime. I just really want some light definition during the daytime. During the nighttime is when I like to go in with a heavier sculpt. By the way, I'm using the Morphe M243 brush to blend this in. Always blend your cream bronzer, your cream contour upwards so that you're not dragging your face down. It is so hard deciding what color blush I want to go in with today. I have red, I have pink, I have berry. I feel like y'all haven't seen me use a berry blush in a minute, but I'm like, the red is calling my name. I don't know. And so is the pink. Ugh, I'm too indecisive. I did use pink in my last video, but I did wear red blush last night. But at the same time, I think berry might be a little bit of a nighttime color for me right now. I decided to go in with a pink blush. Today I'm going to use Haus Labs Glossy Pitaya. This is a blush balm. It is absolutely so pigmented and so stunning on the skin. I haven't used this one in a minute, so I'm like, let's go in with the Haus Labs. Like, how cutesy is that? I'm gonna use my Morphe 204 brush to blend this in. What a stunning blush, truly. I think I am going to go in with a little bit of Danessa Myricks Prima Donna as well. I love mixing blushes. I would say that's another beauty secret to getting a really stunning customized look. Mix your blushes together. They don't have to be the same color. You can use a red and a pink, you can use a pink and a purple, you can use a red and a purple, you can use an orange and a red. You can mix so many different colors together to create the most stunning custom shades for yourself. Yeah, like I'm so happy I went with this pink. For my concealer today, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Wear Even concealer. This is is a beautiful medium coverage concealer that I think is perfect for the daytime. This is very hydrating and lightweight. I feel like it is the perfect concealing shade for me and also the perfect highlighting shade. Whereas if I don't want to use another concealer shade, I don't have to, because this one gives the perfect amount of brightness to my skin. I'm not somebody that believes in going in light with concealer day or nighttime. Girl, put that concealer on. I feel like it really transforms your look. And of course, before blending it out, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I've been using my Morphe a lot lately, but I don't have a travel size of that one. So I'm really excited to go back into my Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna let that dry and then we will blend out the concealer. To blend out my concealer, I'm using the Morphe M133 brush, and I like to start with the larger areas of my face. Well, I don't know if it's the larger areas. I like to start with the other areas of my face before I go in with blending out my under eye. And now I'm going to start blending out my under eye. I like to start by blending out the edges first, and that blends it into the blush really nicely. And then I will move closer and closer towards my under eye. I do want a little bit more brightness, so I am going to apply a lighter shade of the Fenty Beauty Concealer. This is the shade 360W, and I'm going to apply that to my inner corner. Not as much as the first shade, but I'm gonna let that settle while I blend out the other side. Same thing, I'm going to blend along the edges first, moving towards the inner corner and that crease under the eye. And then same thing, I'm gonna apply this lighter shade of concealer to my inner corner here as well. We are going to blend down the nose. I never blend this out too much because I don't want it to spread out too much. I actually go back in with my foundation brush and blend along the sides to make sure there's not too harsh lines there, but it also blends it out without spreading the concealer out too far. Another beauty secret of mine is to always go back in and continue blending. You can overblend, but it's worse to underblend, if that makes sense. As you can see, the concealer blended into my blush really nicely, but there still is a little bit of a line there. So I'm going back in with my blush brush and I'm just tapping over that line to make sure that everything blends together seamlessly. This is what really helps you get that flawless look, is going back in with your brushes and not even applying more product, just going back in and blending everything out. Before I blend out the brightening concealer under my eyes, I'm going to take my powder brush. This is the Morphe 164 brush, and I'm going to get my pressed powder. This is the Maybelline powder in the shade 330. Y'all know I love this. I use it like every video. And I'm going to gather the pressed powder on my brush, and I'm gonna have this standing guard. I'm gonna have her at the ready because we're going to blend out these under eyes one at a time. This is a technique I like to use so that we can prevent creasing and then straight in with setting. So I'm gonna start with the Morphe M132 brush, another concealer brush, and I'm going to blend out this brightening shade while looking up into my mirror. I like to keep this shade of my concealer very contained to the innermost corner, and then I'm using my other concealer brush just to blend out the edges, make sure everything is really seamless. And then I'm going to take that powder brush and immediately set this concealer into place before a crease even has the chance to form. Set and not set. Beautiful. I love doing this because, again, like I said, it really helps to prevent any creasing from happening because your eye didn't even have the chance to crease yet because we already set it into place. I'm also going to use this shade of my pressed powder to set every other area of my face where I added concealer, and I still want that area to be highlighted. So that is definitely for me the center of my forehead, my chin, and upper lip. Next, I'm going in with a pressed powder the same shade as my skin tone, and with the Morphe M163 brush, I am packing that brush with powder, and then I'm just going to set the other areas of my face. We don't want any area of the face to be sticky or tacky because this is what causes your makeup to slip and slide throughout the day, and you don't want that. And don't forget that neck, friend. I don't need my nose to be too bright, so I do like to go over my nose as well. And then the perimeter of my forehead last. This part I really try to be careful with because I hate powder in my hair. Next, we're gonna go in with loose powder. This is the Huda Beauty powder in the shade Peach Pie. Yes, I absolutely did bring my full-size Peach Pie because I don't have a travel size. I think it goes really well with pink blush, with red blush, literally with any shade of blush. And I'm going to bake my under eyes. I'm using a Huda Beauty powder puff to do so as well. Sorry if I'm leaning a little bit. I'm trying to look in the mirror behind you, and make sure you really get up in those creases. I like to add a little extra powder to the very innermost corner of my under eye as well, just so we're really highlighting and brightening that area. And then I always bake my upper lip and where my smile lines are, again, just to prevent creasing. Then I'm going to carefully go down the center of my nose, if I can, child. like barely. And then I like to add some to the center of my forehead as well. I'm also going to do a light sculpt underneath where I added cream bronzer. I'm not going to go all the way in, and then immediately I'm going to wipe this away. But again, we have some definition, but it's not too sharp. You definitely don't want the baking powder to sit underneath your cheekbone for too long so that it doesn't create too harsh of a line. Okay, now that I've let it sit for a few minutes, I'm going to take my powder puff and press my powder in. My left eye started to water a little bit, and I really hope it did not get messed up. I think it looks fine. And then I'm using my powder brush to just blend in any excess powder. Okay, I think my left eye is starting to calm down now. I think I did get a little bit of powder in my eyes. For my powder bronzer today, I'm using the NARS Laguna bronzer in the shade Laguna 08. If you like warm red tone bronzers, I think you'll really love this one. I really like this one during the daytime. It is so pigmented. I really like this one during the daytime because it gives me a warm sun-kissed look, even though we are in the dead of winter. Like, you see how warm that looks compared to this side? Like, what a difference. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a warm red tone blush like this. Lately, that has definitely been the case, and I think it blends into blush really beautifully as well. For my powder blush today, I'm going to use 2 shades from NARS as well. I love NARS products so much. First, I'm going to start with the shade Teased. It is this beautiful bright pink that's a little bit berry toned as well. I really love it. And I'm using it on a Morphe M202 brush. And I'm going to apply this to the highest points of my cheek first. Like, how pretty is that? Definitely a really beautiful pink for my dark skin girls. And you know I have to mix up my blushes. So next I am going to use the shade Dominant. This is what it looks like. It's more of a peachy pink shade. So pretty, right? I'm going to take that on a Morphe M201 brush. This is a fluffier blush brush, and I'm going to apply it closer towards my under eye, and I'm just going to blend my under eye and my blush that I already applied together. This is going to help us achieve a really flawless look so that there's no harsh lines between our under eye and our blush. And I love this type of brush for it because it doesn't apply the blush too harshly, and it really spreads it out so that you don't have like one spot of blush on your face that's super pigmented. See how that's just blending together so seamlessly? So I really believe in applying a blush between your under eye and your darker shade of blush to just blend them in together. That's another beauty secret for you. To be honest with you guys, on a day-to-day basis, I do not always apply eyeshadow. I love a good eyeshadow look, but sometimes I just don't have the time, or sometimes I really just don't feel like it. Today is one of those days where I'm looking at my eyeshadow palette and my eyeshadow palette is looking at me, and I'm not going for it right now. So I'm just gonna apply a light layer of mascara. This is the Huda Beauty One Coat Wow mascara, just so that my eyelashes are black. And then I'm gonna apply a lash really quick and come back. For my highlighter today, I'm using my Milani Stellar Lights highlighter palette. I'm gonna go into the pink shade since I am wearing a pink blush today, and I'm gonna highlight my cheeks. I love this highlighter so much. I think it is stunning. It gives my skin the most beautiful glow from within look. Like, how pretty is that? And I don't like to go in too heavy with highlighter. I like a glowy cheek, but I definitely don't need it to be blinding now. And another trick I like to do when applying my highlighter is playing around with the lighting that I have and looking at where the light hits my cheek, and then I'm applying highlighter directly to that area because the light will literally tell you where to apply it. I'm also gonna apply some of the gold shade to the tip and bridge of my nose. Okay, now we're going to go in with our lip combo. I'm gonna start with my favorite Dimensional Dark Brown from Makeup Forever. I do still have some lip balm on. Let me make sure that's not causing any issues. I know I'm a little greedy, but I love to overline my Cupid's bow. That's the only area I overline, and it looks beautiful and natural in real life. And then next, I'm going to take the shade Limitless Brown, and I'm going to line right along the first line we made. I love a good ombre lip, and these two colors together are gorge. And then I just blend them together. For the center of my lips, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Sticks in the shade Blazed Donut. This is a beautiful pale pink shade, and I'm just going to apply it to the center, and then I'm just going to dab my lips together. I just love a good combo. I also really want to apply some of the Huda Beauty Faux Filler Gloss in Ooh Baby. It's this gorgeous pink shade. Oh, that's stunning. So pretty. Now, of course, we need to set the face. Again, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And then right over that, I'm going to use my One Size. I do feel like the One Size can make my lashes white a little bit. I don't know if it's just me though, so I'm going to cover my lashes. And this is my completed look. This is the end of Jasmine's Beauty Secrets. I was able to fix up my hair a little bit. I love how it came out. And I love how this look came out as well. It's absolutely stunning, fresh, gorgeous, smooth, flawless, all the good adjectives. I hope you learned something new in this video. I hope I taught you something new. Please let me know down below if I did. And if you have any beauty secrets of your own, please feel free to let me know too. I want to know the tea. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please make sure to give it a like. It lets the algorithm know that this is a good video. Please make sure to also leave a comment of your thoughts and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you also turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss another video from me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!